Hello guys, welcome back. So I finally had a dream for the first time in a long time, and I had this dream and I recorded it for you guys, and I'm watching it as it plays back, and I'm thinking about, I'm like, oh, that's what that meant. In the dream, I'm in this supermarket, but it's huge. It like goes on for city blocks in any direction. It might go on for infinity. You get that idea. It's a huge supermarket. And I'm standing in this aisle, and I have a little red basket with black handles, I think. And I have these cans in my basket that you guys wouldn't recognize because most of you would be too young. But at one time, Generic had a all white label, black band on top, black band on bottom, and then it would say baked beans or whatever it would say on it. Whatever was in the can, that's all it said. There was no like beautiful picture or something. But these didn't have any lettering on them. They just had the white label and the black band on top and bottom. I have 5 or 6 of them in my basket. And for some reason, I was thinking what was in them was going to be really expensive. It was going to be more expensive, and it might not even have been food. It might have been something in there, like some kind of treasure or something. And I go to check out, and this guy's first checking me out at a checkout, right? And he has red hair and a red beard. And he's being friendly and everything, and I'm thinking, boy, he looks a lot like Thor, actually. And he something is wrong with the machine. He goes, "Oh, sorry, can't, check you out here." And I think I was going to get a pretty good price there. I'm not sure. He moves me over to this. It kind of looks like a coat check, and again, a lot of you would be too young to remember what that is, but if you would go into a nicer restaurant, you would check your coat. So it's exactly what it sounds like. It would be a place to leave your coat, and then you could go and you could sit down. Denny's doesn't have one of those. He laughter back here, that I know of, and he's going to check me out, but he goes, "Oh, it'll be an $80 charge to check you out here." I said, "What?" He goes, "Well, I'm sorry, that's just how it is. To check you out here is an $80 charge." And I said, "I can't afford that because I'm thinking I don't know what this stuff's going to cost or what it is or anything." I said, "I just can't afford that." So he's like, "Okay." And I get my stuff back and I'm wandering around and I think I should just put my basket down and I should leave. And I'm really upset now because I was enjoying this infinite supermarket, but I'm too poor to afford anything. But for some reason, I take my basket, I wander up these stairs, and I think I'm going out of the supermarket. Only when you go up the stairs, it's kind of this beautiful resort, and a lot of red in it, and a lot of potted plants, and a lot of neon, all this other stuff. But it's also a supermarket up there, too. And as I get up there, I'm approaching this gentleman. He's dressed all in gray, and he's got like these silver, almost like epaulets, but it's sewed right into the material on his gray uniform. He's really tall, has short crop gray hair and blue eyes. And he's standing there and he's a security guard. And he's even wearing his cap, like his security cap and everything. And I go towards him and I said, "I swear I'm not trying to get arrested, sir, but I tried to get this downstairs." I explained to him what happened. I said, the conveyor was broken. Then he went and charged me an $80 fee. He goes, "Oh, that's wrong. He shouldn't have been charging you that." And he's standing with his side to me. He's not facing me head on. For a second, he was facing me head on, but he had his head tilted down. And I had to think about this. And then when he was standing, he was very careful to stand in profile to me, and he was looking at me. And he goes from looking like this, and he says, "I'll take care of you. It's okay," to there's this stand with all these berries. And he goes behind the stand. He's dressed like a grocer now. I mean, it's like an instant from him standing behind my side to be behind this stand with berries. And he goes, "We got berries. You like berries? We got berries. 3 for $6. How do you like that?" He says, "Three. Three's a good number." And I'm not getting it, right? And he's putting them in my basket. And I said, "I can't afford all this. It's not for you, for you. This is going to work." So he puts all this other stuff in my basket too, like candy and all this other stuff. He's just like loading it down, right? and he's checking me out. And I can tell that whatever it's gonna be ridiculously cheap. I don't even know if I'm gonna end up paying. I'm gonna end up paying something probably, but not much because he's working his magic as he's like checking me out. So it's gonna be like $1 an item, if that. It's gonna be super cheap. And these huge cans with whatever they have in them, and I don't think it's food at this point. It's like jewels or something. He's just going to, check me out with those as well. And of course, the dream ends before it can bag me up and give me all these wonderful goodies. But I recorded that, and I was trying to think of, who it could have possibly been. And I am ashamed to admit it defaulted to Lou because of how fast he moved. But then I thought of how careful he was to keep his head tilted down and to keep a profile to me. And when I looked at him when he was facing me head on as the grocer, it was kind of like one half of his face, there was like this light or something on it, or almost like a mask or something. And then I thought, well played, old man, well played. And so, it was the first dream I've had in a long time. And of course, I got up in the atheist had answered today, and they said they actually thought it was the Dagda. And I don't get on well with a lot of the Irish gods. It's nothing against them personally. We don't gel. I don't know if it's because I'm an older pagan and I've run across a lot of people that are a little unkind. You know how we have them in heathenry? Well, they're in everything. So I've just never gone on with them. I've never felt like it was a welcoming, warm, open community. And the dog, there's something about that gentleman that I just want to back away slowly and say, "This is not for you. Back away." So, I know it was Odin. I did say I'd keep my mind open because I will. I said, I wouldn't put it beyond the old man to take credit for something he hasn't done. But he understood that. And I went and I looked at took one glance at the Wikipedia, and I'm like, yeah, I could see why someone would think this is the Dagda because, tons of gods have the same attributes. Somebody once wrote in tribute trying to prove that, article rather, trying to prove that Apollo, Odin, and maybe Lou are all the same god. It was three of them. I know Apollo and Odin were two of them. And I'm like, I wouldn't try that. I personally wouldn't try that. If you're wicked and all gods are the same god, that you don't need to write an article. But I wouldn't try to say all these gods are similar. They all have to be the same. If you want to, you do you. But I figured I'd share that dream with you because it's been forever since I've had a dream, and it took me a while to think of it and think what it meant. So the old man's going to take care of me. So if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye bye.